Hey everyone, this is KK All Night. Welcome to my channel, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. If you are interested in fashion, style, and outfit inspiration, heavy emphasis on the outfit inspiration, then you've come to the right place. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. I currently upload every Sunday, but I am working toward every Sunday and Wednesday as I am a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. Now, this video is going to be a short thrift haul, and we are coming out the gate strong with this first outfit. Well, not outfit, but first top. It's the drama for me. Let me come up close so I can show you. Look at these sleeves. Now, I know they're saying cold shoulder is out, but honey, this cold shoulder is in. Tags still on. It was the color of the week. Long sleeve shirts are usually, I think, $7.49. So this was what, like $3.75. Now, I don't know what I'm going to style it with, but it's going to be styled. A pair of wide leg jeans, black pants, navy bottoms, white bottoms, a pair of white linen shorts would be cute with some little pink heels to match, maybe my Jimmy Choos. Now y'all, one thing is for certain, two things for sure, I do not like the bugs. They seem to only come out when I come out, because I look outside before I bring my camera and my tripod out and there's nothing. But as soon as I get out here, it's bzz, bzz, bzz. But that's okay. This collar, I would have liked it more if it was closer to my neck, but it's kind of a wide collar. It's a lot going on. You got cold shoulder with lace, you got this fluffy collar, and these bell sleeves plus the ruffle. But I'm gonna work it. And if you have the confidence to work the piece that you love, that is all you need. So let me do one more turn around for you. I did not, there's a hook enclosure at the top, which I did not do. That was too much effort just for this try on. But yeah, pretty happy with this one. I'm gonna be about 5 minutes, son. All right, you can see that I have changed locations from when I did the try on with the pink ruffly neoprene shirt. Someone is mowing outside, my husband, so it's too loud out there. So I just decided to go ahead and make a complete outfit out of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So I will start with these jean sandals. They are open toe. I hope I'm in frame. What I love is the distressing on the ankle strap as well as across the toe. They are high but relatively comfortable. If you have wide feet and you have that band at the front of sandals, sometimes it'll be hard to get your foot in there. Mine on my right side, because my right foot is bigger, is just making it, but I do think it works. So to clean these, I sprayed the inside and outside with Lysol, and I sunned them outside for a couple of hours. But there is one gotcha to these heels that I did not see, that I saw when I was putting them on. I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video and see if you can pick it out. So then I have these Madewell jeans. Now, let me step to the side, and I'm going to put up a couple of pictures of the Madewell brand and what they are currently going for. Could not believe it, but they were listed as a small. They were in the small section, and I am looking for, I wanted slightly barrel jeans that had a two-tone effect going down the side, and so this silhouette kind of caught my eye because at first I thought it was lighter and darker here. I think you can see that in the video. It's kind of giving that effect with this side panel here is slightly darker than the front, not by much. It has the unhemmed edge that is distressed, and you know, these cool belt loops, they're not evenly spaced. But it was said small, and I looked and I said, I'm just going to try it. And the tag said 31, which is actually a size 12, and they fit. They are like a perfect fit. When I tried them on at Goodwill, I thought, ooh, it's a little bit tight. But now that I'm at home trying them on at my leisure, not rushing, they fit fine. Sometimes I have trouble getting enough strength in my fingers to button it and pull it closed, so maybe that was my issue there. But either way, I love them. Now I tried on some men's Fashion Nova size medium pants and couldn't get those past my thighs. So that's why I always say you gotta try it on. So that's the second piece. Oh, incidentally, everything was half off, so my shoes were $2.50. The regular price was $4.99. Jeans, I think, are $7.99, maybe $8. So either way, they were less than $5. This belt, this green belt, I just like the color. It is not leather. But again, another gotcha moment. I don't know that there really would have been, yeah, if I had, so I just put it on to make sure it was big enough, not tightening it and putting it through the hole, which is what I should have done. So I'll show you that gotcha moment at the end of this as well. So this is like $1.50 because it was $2.99. The tank top is mine. And then this was in the robe section. I think it is a kimono more than a robe. I will be using it as both. It is 100% cotton and made in Japan. Let me turn around and show you the back. I think that is gorgeous. I like the way the sleeves hang coming on the diagonal going outwards, which is what makes me think it's actually a kimono and not a robe. Would have loved it if it was a little bit longer, but I can still work with this. It came with this belt, which I'm currently using as like a head wrap. And oddly enough, it only has one pocket. You can see the space for it on my right. I've never seen that before. But there's lots of ways we could style this. Obviously, we could wear it open. We could cross it and tie it, wear it as a dress. I would probably pair some leggings underneath just in case this slit came up a little bit high. As I said, it could be a loungewear robe to wear over your pajamas, or you could possibly, I'm just trying things off the cuff. I'm just looking at my mirror right here. You could also tie it. So several ways to wear this. I actually have been trying to thrift a couple of silk robes. I have not been successful. That is the one item I have not been able to find. I have found plenty of leather items, plenty of suede items, plenty of luxury brand shoes, as well as purses, and sunglasses. I found a pair of Chanel glasses, a pair of Prada and Key sunglasses. I found lots of Kate Spade, Michael Kors bags. I'm trying to think what else. But no silk robes. Plenty of silk shirts, but no silk robes. So I still feel like this cotton one was an excellent find. I love the gold in the sleeve. I love the pattern. So I am going to pause it and show you, well, first I'll show you the one. So this belt is actually too big. When I first looked at it and saw all the holes, I just assumed that you would, put it through any of these holes and tighten it as needed. Turns out they actually have holes that are slightly bigger that you are supposed to hook it with, and that's not tight enough, so I pulled it to here, and as I was trying to punch it through, the color rubbed off. That is how I know it is not leather. I wasn't sure up until that point, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a marker and I'm going to color those edges in, and I'm going to still wear it. The other thing I can do is once I belt it, I can turn it around so that little portion is to the back, and quite honestly, I'm going to know it's there and it's going to bother me, and all of you guys are going to know it's there, but wearing it out, I really doubt that anyone is going to notice. So let me, these are the jeans. I am just so pleased. I'm trying to determine which item that I'm happiest with. When I have a haul, I like to rank them. So between the pink shirt, the kimono, the jeans, and the heels, all really love them all. I don't know, that's a tough one. I can't rank them at the moment. I really like the jeans just because they were such a great deal based on what these normally go for. But if they hadn't been half off, I don't know, I probably still would have gotten them. But I have plenty of jeans. This is more in line with what I have been looking for. So this would probably be at the bottom of the list. The pink shirt would be at the top. The kimono would be second. And these shoes are adorable. They would be third. You know, it's always a toss-up with shoes. Most shoes do feel comfortable when I first put them on. But if you're wearing them for over an hour or two, any kind of heel is most likely going to hurt unless it's a wedge. But there are some that I put on and immediately they are uncomfortable. A lot of my Louboutins, even though if I go up a size, they're too big. Sometimes, especially when you're thrifting, it is hard to find the right fit. Sometimes it's hard to find the right fit when you actually go into the store. You're not a 7, you're not a 7.5, and you're not an 8. So I would suggest buy a bigger and put an insert in to make it fit. But for those occasions when I thrift and something is slightly tight, but it is an exceptional value, I stretch mine. You can purchase the stretcher yourself, or you could take it to a cobbler who will stretch it for you. The thing is, you should stretch it like the night before you're going to wear it, because once you put them back on the shelf, they do tend to shrink back. So it's going to be something that you're going to have to stretch every time that you want to wear them. It's not like you stretch them once and they typically stay, unless you are wearing that same shoe over and over and over again. So let me pause it so that you guys aren't having to watch me finagle getting this heel off. And well, let me do that, pause it, and let me see if you guys can figure out the gotcha in the shoes. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if we can find the gotcha in these shoes. First, they have a D with a little heart. That seems familiar to me, but I don't know what brand this is. I can't find anything else that says what the brand name is. So let's do it on this side so we can look at the same side. It has that great frayed detail on the strap. Ankle straps are tricky for me. Let's look at the front. They're tricky because I don't know why, but it seems like they always want to buckle on the outside ankle, and it's hard for me to reach around, and you essentially have to do it with one hand, and trying to put it in the hole and then get it through the belt buckle is a whole process for me. Here's the belt buckle, bottom of the shoes, and the back of the shoes, which I appreciate. This heel gives you, this fabric part coming up a little bit higher gives you some extra support. It really is a cute shoe and quite stable. So that's how it looks. And this is how this one looks. Now I'm gonna step back and give you about 5 or 10 seconds to see if you spotted what the aha was. Again, it's not something, I know that you can exchange clothes at Goodwill. I don't know that that actually extends to shoes, but I wouldn't exchange it either. But just got an idea, if you want an extra razzle dazzle, if you get out your hot glue gun and do some rhinestones or colored stones across here. I'm going to leave mine plain. I just noticed, I don't know if that's a little scrape or scratch in the fabric, but get my handy dandy marker, this navy marker out and fix that right away. But if you guys said it was the belt buckle, you would be right. One of them is covered in fabric and one is not. And so you can see that that kind of has an indentation. And if you look on the bottom of this, it's like that whole denim square rivet part is missing from here. What I will do is look around my house to make sure it didn't fall off, maybe in the trunk of my car. But that is definitely not a deal breaker. I'm still gonna wear them. Once you buckle it, it's actually gonna be covered, so you won't be able to tell. So I think that was everything on the haul. Oh no, there is one more item. I'm washing it right now, so I'll come back and do that last item as well. All right. Hey y'all. All right, a mismatched outfit, my clothing rack, and a bag of clothes can only mean one thing. It's another thrift haul segment, which I think is going to be inserted in another thrift haul I was doing. Now, I know that sounds bad, but it's actually took course over a week. One was Goodwill and one was Salvation Army when they had 50% off. As I mentioned, with the Goodwill items, everything was half off as well, so the color of the week. And the last item from that haul actually is this vest. Now when I saw it, I thought it was maybe Banana Republic or J. Crew. Y'all, this is Fashion Nova. It is a wool and poly blend. And it's not hand washed. I think it did say hand washed, but I just wash it in Delicate when it says that. And I love the fit, very minimal. I'm going to use a brooch and some pins maybe to close this, and then put a couple down the edging here. I saw Carrie Spence do that with a tie that she wore, and I just love it. So pockets are functional. So yeah, that was the last item. I think that was the last item from that haul. So let me hang this up. I got my trusty bodysuit on. So let me pull out, let's see what we got. First piece. This little situation was $5.99, $6, so I paid $3 for it. It is H&M. As you can see, it is sheer, like a little cover up, obviously for the beach. You can also put shorts in a tank top and wear it as an overlay, or a dress and wear it as an overlay. This says small, guys, but I could tell from the type of fabric it was that it might be worth a try, and I'm glad that I tried it on. I guess I did better than I thought, because I stuck to jackets, blazers, dresses, and shoes and accessories, purses and hats. I didn't really go through everything today, but if I was walking down and something caught my eye, then I did. So y'all, this is a small, and look how long it is. I think it's adorable. I could wear it just like I have it with this bodysuit under it. I'm gonna wear it as a maxi dress. I think we have a couple of family reunions will be going on this summer, so I may or may not take this along. But yeah, really pleased with this one. But I do have to shimmy out of it. If it didn't have the elastic at the bust line, it would not have worked for me. So that's the first item. And you know, I've been thinking, I recognize my limits, and I don't have the ability to just go into a thrift store and window shop, because if I see something that looks like it's a good deal and it's something I like, I'm gonna try it on. And if I try it on and it's a good price, I'm gonna want to purchase it. So this is H&M, tag still on, and this price here, this was also $5.99, which means this was $3. The only thing that I don't care for on this is that the neck is a little tight, but I understand once you get the dress on why that is. Now, obviously I would wear my Spanx under here to give me a little tummy control, but I thought this was cute. It's a midi dress. It would have been cuter if it was a little bit longer, but I envision this with a jacket, a camel jacket perhaps, or a cream. I have a cream vest that is similar to this. It is J. Crew. That one is 100% wool. I got that one from Labels last fall, and I could layer it over and have a situation like this. Imagine it with heels. I didn't bring any heels out. Maybe I should have. I don't know if you guys have watched all my videos, but a couple of videos ago when I was doing a haul, I got something in my foot. I thought I got it out, but I swear it still feels like something's in there. And I've looked and I've run my finger across it and I can't figure it out. So I may have to go to the podiatrist. I don't know if they could do an x-ray or something. It doesn't hurt, it just feels like it's something there. And I said, well, maybe there's some scar tissue from it healing. But I don't remember that being the case before when I've had a splinter, so stay tuned. But anyway, I like this. And like I said, for $3, I was in line, and I almost put it back. But what sold me here was obviously the great price and the fact that it still had tags. If it had been any more than that, I probably would have left it in the store. Now, I know you're not supposed to do this and stretch out your necklines, but I would be okay if that was a little bit bigger, which is why I stretched that out. Now, the next item is this cute dress. It is by Eliza J or F. Don't know who that is, but what caught me with this is the heaviness of the material, the feel of the material, and the cut of the dress. I know for a fact when it has this waistband, it nips me in. So I did my little trick. It zips up the back, and sometimes with these dresses, like this is a 12, I'll just need a little extra tug right here in the tummy, and when it's zipped properly in the back, I can't do that myself. But as I told you guys, if you try it on the front way and kind of get an idea of what it looks like, you know, hold it closed, then to make sure it fits, you just put it on backwards and you can zip it up and actually see. Obviously, if you can just zip it up backwards, then it's going to work. Now, right there at the bust is always my issue. But when I tried this on backwards, I thought, you know what? I could wear this backwards. It is very cute. I don't know, it does have pockets. And the way that they're sewn in, yeah, it would work backwards. So imagine these with some little heels. See how it's bringing me in at the waist and flares out. So I think this is some type of poly blend, but it's really given cotton and like a cotton wool blend. Just noticed a little mark. So hopefully when I get that dry clean, that will come out. When you do get your things dry clean, bring it to the attention of the dry cleaner. If there's a specific spot, they'll mark it with a piece of tape in case it needs some extra work. But yeah, I thought this was adorable. You could wear a jacket, but I would wear a short-waisted jacket because of how high it comes up where it flares out. Or you could layer under it. You could layer a turtleneck under it if I was going to wear it backwards. But if I was going to wear it the right way, which as you can see the detail up there, I might put on a button-down shirt under it, maybe something with some big flowy sleeves coming out, maybe a lace situation. That would be cute. I have a cream lace kind of sheer, so it won't be too thick under, and then layer it, or have that, and then maybe like some cream knee-high boots. That would be cute. And the other thing is, sometimes you got to jump or shimmy to get out of something, and that's okay as long as you can get out of it. Sometimes you may even need a little help getting something over your head, and that's okay too, as long as you have someone to help you. Oh man, I just found another stain, guys. Let me show it to you. I don't know if it's right there. Not sure what it is. I'll ask them to get it out, but I'm okay because of where it is. It will be covered on the back. It will be covered by my hair. And honestly, when I had it on just now, I didn't even notice it on. So I mentioned in another video, little imperfections, either in your clothes or maybe just with yourself, that you may think are so glaring. Rarely do other people see those or notice those. I also noticed this. I knew that in the beginning. I saw this pull right here, and so I'll probably just slice it with a razor, or if I know I intend to only wear that dress with a belt, I wouldn't need to do that. Now, this is giving 80s vibe, but I think I can style it in such a modern way. And what made me go ahead and decide to get it, well, it's 100% wool. And then this was $7.99, so it was $4. Did I mention the price of this one? This one was also $4. And I'm sure all the girlies know that you can take your phone. For Androids, there's a little camera up in the search bar. If you hit it and then take a picture of whatever you're looking at, it will find that item online, so you can get an idea of if it's authentic, what it's going for, what it's priced. And as you know, with sheer fabric, you're going to have to be careful not to pull it. I thought I saw a pull, but it's okay. So this item, one thing, I don't know, I'm on the fence. Salvation Army staples their items, whereas Goodwill uses that pin to shoot the little ticket through it. I think sometimes the Goodwill pin does leave a hole, so I feel like with the stapler you have less of a chance of getting a hole in something. But also, if you have delicate fabric like silk, with the stapler it could leave a hole. But I love this design. Like I said, I feel like it's giving very much 80s, 90s. And originally I thought, so like I said, 100%, let me get the tag out for you guys. Where'd it go? 100% wool. Merino wool. It's probably coming up backwards. But this is a small, guys. I don't know if someone who was actually a size small, how it fits them. It must have been a dress. And actually, when I looked at it, I thought it was going to be big enough to be a dress. But it's not. It's just like at a weird length that it can't be. So I was thinking I could maybe pull it down. I mean, I could maybe pull it down and belt it and wear it with some tight pants, leggings, cigarette pants. But I could just as easily fold it under. And I think that's super cute too. Now, I'll often talk about how clothes can be winterized or summerized. So for instance, this, I would totally wear it in the winter with a turtleneck and maybe some thermal lined jeans. Same for this. Under this, but I would probably layer under it and wear my thermals under it, and then maybe have on a thick, very furry vest over it. All right, I'm not quite sure why, but my video cut out on me. So, girl, I had gone through my whole spiel with this neck set, but I was just saying about winterizing. For this, I could winterize it with some tights, and again, you could wear, which I think I mentioned, just layer something over it, or a crop jacket. Or if you wanted to wear, I don't know if I would wear this in the dead of summer, it's a little thick, but definitely spring, with just stockings. Yes, I still wear stockings, flesh tone. I don't want to be bare leg. And with just the cap sleeves. But something like this, no way you are summarizing this or springerizing this. It's merino wool and it's heavy. So the last clothing item is this suit that I had. So it was $15, so $7.50. This is by Collections for the suit. And what I liked about this is that it was a long blazer, long line blazer with a skirt. So I was saying that this zipper was broken, and so I kind of had to shimmy into it. Our belly and our booties is always the problem, or always the problem. But what I have envisioned for this, and also so to fix that zipper, take it to my seamstress, it's probably going to be at least $25. But you know, I'm okay with the shimming on, because once it's on to go to the restroom, I just pick up the dress. So I don't know if I'm gonna spend that money, but what I will spend the money on is having the skirt shortened. I want a short skirt, a shorter skirt, and I want the jacket to come down past the skirt. I don't know if I can get the, just so you guys can get an idea. So kind of like that. So hemming it hopefully won't be more than $30, $35. And again, this is something you could summarize. You would probably only want to wear the jacket in the office and just have on a light sheer silk, maybe tank top underneath. And for the summer, just stockings. In the winter, obviously a thicker shirt, and maybe in the winter you would have tights on. So here's what I was talking about, the shimmy, the belly and the booty, the belly and the booty. So the last thing that I want to show you is three things, but they're all the same item, 3 different hats. So I'm going to put this little cover up situation back on so you can get a whole feel. Don't want to litter, got to get that bag. And I'm going to push this rack out of the way. So I also know that I need to clean out my videos from my phone. I do all my recording and all my editing on my phone, so it's pretty full. I think I only have like 2 minutes to record, and then I'll have to clean some stuff out. Okay, so we got this dress back on. And the first hat is black with this gorgeous gold detail. All these hats were $1.99. So the tag would have the hat on like this with the gold buckle on the side. She's cute, but I think I might put the gold buckle on the front. And one thing I always check is to see if the adornment like moves around. It's just hot glued in. So, and actually y'all, this looks like a necklace. I don't know if this was hand decorated or not, but I like it. But I would put the buckle at the front. So that's how I would get down with that. All right, hat number one. Hat number two, if you watched my what did I wear last week when I was on vacation, you'll notice or remember I had a leopard strapless bathing suit. And when I got this, I just thought it was cute. And I was originally only going to get the black hat and my third hat, but then I remembered my bathing suit. And for $2, I am okay with getting an item for a specific outfit, even though I know I will wear it with more outfits. You always do need to be able to wear it with more outfits, but if you have something specific in mind that you're purchasing something for me, if it's an economical price, I'm okay with it. So this is the second hat, and you can fold it up and wear it like that too. Very cute. I love the straw because I feel like that will be collapsible and you can pack it. And the piece de resistance. This says it's 100% paper. This was $1.99, y'all, and it fits over my braids. Don't I need a mojito or a mimosa? I love it. Love it. All right, guys, I just wanted to finish up with this thrift haul. I literally had to go in and delete some stuff, so hopefully I can get through this. So I got about 7 pieces from Goodwill, and that was about $20. And then I got about 7 or 8 pieces from Salvation Army, and that was $27. At the Salvation Army, 3 of those items were hats, and at Goodwill, actually 2 of those items were hats that I will have shown somewhere throughout this haul video. But at this point, I think I just need to stay out of the thrift stores unless I am looking for something specific. I do believe if you have a specific intention in mind, it will help you focus on and find that item. But I need to be careful that whatever it is I am looking for, it either has to speak to me so greatly and be so unique that I would want to purchase it, or something that I am specifically looking for, or also something that is not similar enough to something that I already have. There are always going to be beautiful items, beautiful pieces of clothing and accessories, purses and hats out there. But at this point, I really need to be intentional and institute the bring one in, bring something out, regardless of what that something is. It could be a pair of flip-flops, it could be a shirt, it could be a nightgown, but if something comes in, something else needs to come out. I think I did really good on these 2 trips with editing what I was getting. And I was very happy with everything that I got. If I had to purchase them over today, I would. I don't think I have anything like it similar enough to any of those items that I purchased. But when you don't have room to kind of move things on your rack of your clothes, or have a little space to push things aside, you know, it's getting to a point. I have a fairly large closet. All my things are stored in just my one closet and my 2 dressers. Obviously my coats are downstairs in a coat closet, and as well as my jean jackets are in a separate closet, and I think that's it. Everything else is contained in my closet or on my shoe wall, but you know, there's always room to buy stuff, so it's going to have to be a new policy, one in, one out. I hope you have enjoyed this haul. I hope you have gotten some inspiration of things to pull from your closet, as well as gotten some tips and tricks on how you can thrift successfully. And with that, I am going to sign off on this part of the video as I go pick up my son from school. All right, you guys, be safe out there.